Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matthew Hughes, and I'm here this evening to tell you about a remarkable group of men that overcame adversity at every turn to become highly decorated officers and men of honor. First, let me take you back in time. It's 1940, and the United States is preparing for war with Germany, Italy, and Japan. You are a man in your early 20s in great physical shape. You have received a diploma from a major university and badly want to serve your country as an aviator to defend the nation that you call. But there's a problem. Despite all your qualifications, you're denied entry into the aviation program. It's not because they have other more qualified applicants ahead of you, or you failed to receive a good enough score on entrance exam. It's all because of the color of your skin. This was the story for many African American men who wanted to become fighter pilots at the beginning of World War II. The armed forces for the United States were segregated during World War II. In fact, they remained segregated until 1948. But on January 16, 1941, the 99th Pursuit Squadron was created and located at Tuskegee Airfield in Alabama. What was first known as the Tuskegee Experiment became a chance for these young African American men to prove themselves to the lines of skeptics and experts that said they were not capable of controlling complicated aircraft. Even though many of the black men that showed up at Tuskegee for the first class of cadets held degrees from major universities and were already pilots, found that the conditions at Tuskegee were no different than the rest of America. The instructors treated them like second-class citizens, were bargaining them constantly with racial slurs, and finding any excuse to fail them out of the program. The expectations were often unrealistic and different from the training the white pilots received in other squadrons. The cadets were set up to fail, but the Tuskegee Airmen overcame all the constant discrimination and excelled with their training, scoring high on all tests and training until flying became second nature to them. Then, when the 99th rotated out to Europe to fight, they soon showed their fighting potential and proved the skeptics wrong. The Tuskegee Airmen took the fight to the enemy, flying 15,500 sorties. They shot down 112 German planes in air-to-air combat and destroyed 150 more on the ground before they could take off. The 99th destroyed 950 rail cars, trucks, tanks, and other vehicles of war, and ground strafing missions behind enemy lines. Pilot Quayne Pearson brought his P-47 to bear on a German destroyer in the Adriatic Sea in June 1944, sinking it after striking its powder magazine. The 99th were excellent in bomber escort, so much that other bomber groups often requested to have the 99th fly escort missions for them in enemy territory. The 99th had a record of never losing a bomber to enemy fighters. Though there were only 1,000 Tuskegee Airmen that were pilots, they received 150 Distinguished Flying Crosses, 744 Air Medals, 8 Purple Hearts, 14 Bronze Stars, and in 2007, President George W. Bush presented the Medal of Honor to all the Tuskegee Airmen. Lots of the men from the 99th continued on in their careers after the war ended. Benjamin O. Davis became a lieutenant general, Lucius Thesis became a major general, and Lieutenant General Daniel James III became the first African-American 4-star general in the United States military. Each man at Tuskegee had to deal with his own set of hardships, but in the end they all overcame the challenges and prevailed. What lessons can we learn from the Tuskegee Airmen? I think the message is clear, that if you're a man or woman, black or white, if you set a goal in life and approach it with the same passion, determination, and drive as the Tuskegee Airmen did in 1941, you'll be successful. Thank you.